I've been watching some videos lately by End to the Past called Journey Through My Attic, and I saw a video not too long ago, actually a couple videos, where Lawn Boys Post 1975 went up through his attic. Well, my house, the attic here, I wouldn't store anything up there because I mean it just gets bitterly cold. But I did build this platform here after we moved in because I just had too much junk. You know, I gotta fit pop-up camper and 2 cars, and at one point I had like 3 or 4 motorcycles in here, not an exaggeration. So I built this platform here and these shelves here, and I store a lot of my crap on them. So I'm gonna go up there and dig through some stuff that some of you might find interesting and others might not. So if you don't want to dig through a bunch of junk while watching a video shot from a shaky handheld camera, you should probably just click off this video now. So here we go. I'm going to climb up on top of the camper. 1 foot, 2 foot. There we go. And we'll start down here. You got kids' toys. And I believe that, oh no, there's Star Wars stuff in here. We got hockey equipment. Star Wars toys. I bought a bunch of these at Kmart on clearance for $1. They're worth like 20 bucks now, in good shape. I don't know, I got like 10 of them, or I had 10 of them. I see at least 3 or 4 of them there. Maslin Tiger memorabilia from my dad. Bunch of junk. What do we got here? LCD Top Gun light gun. Huh. Have to use that sometime. Computer parts. Computer parts, computer parts. Computer parts back there. Whole box full of computer parts. My 3D Darth Vader model with the Star Wars hat on. Darth Vader mug. And I will leave him up here. Star Wars Micro Machines AT-AT. And my sad Millennium Falcon model. I've lost way too many pieces for this. It's a shame because it was really cool. Got like the markings painted on it and some battle damage painted on. Actually took a soldering iron to it there to burn a gouge in it. And then on the bottom here it's all wired up with lights, all connected to that little mini dip switch. Kitchler light. Darth Vader bank. Some of my vinyl records. We got here Aerosmith, Night in the Ruts, George Carlin. And I believe these are a bunch of Star Wars plates. The Hamilton collection. And that's my Boba Fett plate. I wonder who it was that came up with the idea that plates painted with pictures and certificate of authenticities was a good idea. I mean, I guess I've got them because they're neat, but I wonder whoever came up with that idea. And what else we got in here? Don't make them fall out. I believe I've got the Emperor and Darth Vader also. Ooh, look at this. It's got a boxed Commodore 300 baud modem. And in case that one wasn't fast enough, I have a 1200. I'll move these over here by the LCD top light gun. One of my boxed Commodore 64 computers. Okay, these things weigh a freaking ton. Oh. And let's see here, a boxed Commodore 64 disk drive. Now this stuff is dirty. Had a house fire a few years ago and didn't really clean a lot of this stuff up. I lost actually a lot of stuff too in the fire, both to fire damage and to the people that came and cleaned the house up. It's amazing how some of my NES games and other stuff ended up missing after they came in and cleaned things up. Whole box full of Commodore 64 software. Railroad Works. Oh, there's Gauntlet. Oh, where's he at? Gauntlet. 9 Princes in Amber. You got Zork back there and Commando. There's probably 200 different pieces of software in there. I don't know that that is much of an exaggeration. There's some more software and manuals and stuff in there. Here I got a couple more Commodore 64s. And I don't know if you can see in there, but I got 3 TI 99As. We got back in there. Well, I can't get to that, but I've got a Star Trek The Next Generation transporter in the box. And looks like some Star Wars Bendham figures just underneath there. There you go. Let's see where you can hide back there with them. Alright, you're getting into my pretty nerdy side here now. I'm out of platform. How the heck am I going to do this? TIE Fighter model. Star Destroyer model. Container full of toys. Yeah, I know I don't take very good care of them, but there's another Bendham, Chewbacca. There's Worf. He was apparently $11.38 at one point. The Sarlacc pit. Let's see, Clear Slave 1, Sandcrawler, Clear Y-Wing. I don't know where I got him. Oh, painted R2-D2. More Micro Machines. This is apparently from a box that didn't get opened up. We have their TIE Bomber and an A-Wing. Action Masters Die-Cast Collectible Stormtrooper. And just a whole bunch of stuff in here. I've got a bunch of these collectible die-cast guys that of course I'm just letting rot in the top of my garage. Rose Art figurine stamper. Some more models. I got an A-Wing, TIE Interceptor, Scout Walker, and a Y-Wing. Star Wars Gamer transfer. Mission Impossible 2 trailer. Actually, I hated that movie. The first Mission Impossible was really good. This one sucked. John Woo can kiss my nuts. In the city of Massillon, Ohio, for every boy that's born, they hand out one of these footballs. So when I was born, in my bassinet at the hospital, the booster club came in and laid this football in next to me. Football is huge, huge business here in Massillon, Ohio. And the Massillon Tigers, one of the most storied football programs, high school football programs in the United States. And this is probably one of the reasons. So this is my football from when I was born, or shortly thereafter. I don't know how a beer can got in here. That's Cincinnati Reds. I don't even know how to pronounce that, but a beer can celebrating them. I was a big Cincinnati Reds fan when I was younger. Silver looking Millennium Falcon. Couple of Star Wars mugs. Oh, this is cool here. If I can get it out of here without breaking anything. Oh no, that's just the Phantom Menace movie. I wonder where that went. Huh. I'll pretend I didn't find that. And some other toys and stuff like that. And yet more toys. I'm a big fan of the Micro Machines. A bunch of Micro Machines Star Trek vehicles. This pisses me off. I live in an apartment with my wife, and these are classic Star Trek figures on a reenactment of the Star Trek bridge. And when the, I don't know what you'd call him, it wasn't the landlord, I don't know, the guy that takes care of stuff, the groundskeeper or whatever, had to come in for a visit, he actually stepped on this. Could have punched the guy in the face. Had to go up in the attic. I told him what was up there, he wouldn't listen. Oh, look here, got a butterfly. Oh, dead moth. See ya. I think you're getting the idea of what kind of crap I have up here. A lot of 90s toys. And then some other cool stuff. Oh, Commander Riker. Luke Picard, Cincinnati Reds, clock. Jar Jar Binks something or other. I don't know if I can hit the trash can. I wish it would have been open. Audiobook, Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock, Star Wars audiobook. They've actually got vinyl records in here. Very cool. This is actually really cool here. This I got at a garage sale. It's Star Trek Blueprints. Now this came out from Ballantine Books. I want to say it actually came out in 1968. And what this is actually blueprints, actual blueprints in here to the original Starship Enterprise. Really, really cool. And then the rest of these, I've got Empire Strikes Back sketchbook. I also have A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, well it just says Star Wars, and Return of the Jedi, Ralph McQuarrie art portfolios from back in the day. I don't know exactly where I've got those hidden at the moment. This is Star Wars role-playing game, and I put a cover on it. How nerdy is that? Star Wars storybook from when I was a kid. And then I've got a bunch of comic books, Star Wars, Marvel comic books, some Star Wars Dark Horse comic books. I was a Star Wars fan club member for the longest time. More Star Wars Dark Horse comics. What is this? Star Wars album. Official Collector's Edition. I don't actually even know what that is. I don't remember having that. Oh, check it out. Cool. And then a whole bunch of Star Wars related magazines. Lucasfilm Fan Club before the Star Wars Fan Club. Star Wars Insider. Star Wars Entertainment Weekly cover. Oh, there's my Star Wars sketchbook. More Star Wars magazines. Yeah, a bunch of Star Wars related magazines, comic books, books, all kinds of stuff. Anybody know what a Star Wars Marvel comic book from 1987 of September of 1987 is worth? There it is, rotting in my garage. And then back there is the Star Wars Trilogy Special Letterbox Collector's Edition. That's actually really cool. I'll have to get that out and show it to you maybe. Star Wars Collector's CD soundtracks, Star Trek clock, and I don't know what's in that box there. At the risk of falling to my death, I'm going to pull this out and see what this is. Oh, okay, another Star Wars mug. What do we got there? Darth Vader Star Wars mug. That's like 4 mugs. C-3PO keychain. And then I was in the local paper here. That's what this is. This is when the Star Wars movies were re-released in the United States here. Well, they were re-released everywhere, but they're reissued. This is from that. We waited overnight at our local theater, and I was in the paper. It says here, Star Wars reissue is a blast from the past. It was the summer of 1977. Edward Tourneau sat in the back seat of his parents' car at the Stark County Drive-In. He was 1 year old. It was quiet. Images filled the huge blue screen, and there's a bug crawling on here. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Suddenly music blared from the speaker attached to the window, frightening the toddler. Slowly he opened his eyes and gazed at the strange gold shapes floating into the sky. "It's my very first memory," said Tourneau, 20, of Maslin. "Ever since I saw it the first time, I've been fascinated by it." On Friday, Tourneau sat mesmerized as he watched Star Wars, the special edition, at Canton Center Cinema. The updated reissue of the 1977 mega-hit opened Friday at 4 area theaters. With neon green lightsaber in hand, Tourneau was among 75 people who attended the 11 a.m. matinee. He arrived 3 hours way more than 3 hours early. "I wanted to make sure I got tickets," Tourneau said. He requested the day off from his employer 2 months ago in anticipation of the release. It may be hard to imagine why Tourneau, who has seen the movie hundreds of times at least, could still be so frenetic about it. So, there you go. I was in the paper, got interviewed. I actually had to tell the lady to shut up during a couple of the parts. I even saved newspaper articles about myself. I don't know how they got in this box, though. Oh yeah, what's back there? It's a Star Wars clock. Actually really cool. Maybe I will try and get that thing out of here and I can show you what's in there too. Okay, continuing to risk my life and permanent curvature of the spine to bring you stuff from the back of this platform. There you go. Star Wars, Master Visions, Han Solo, Boba Fett, Slave One, Millennium Falcon, weird old clock. Star Wars puzzle from Milton Bradley. Several versions of the Star Wars movies. And then, what is this? Oh, I gotta have the 1995 Star Wars 3D calendar. Must have for every collection in 2011. This is the Star Wars Trilogy CD collection, or soundtrack collection. Comes with this cool little book in here. Lots of pictures, all kinds of information about the movies and the music. And then they come in just these plain black cases that say Star Wars on them. Really cool. I believe my wife got that for me for Christmas one year. It was freaking expensive too. I mean, back in, now what year was that? 1993. God, I'm old. we weren't married for a few more years. Oh, Geordie LaForge. There you go, Geordie. Sit there with Riker and Captain Picard. And then this was my pride and joy. Got a hologram sticker on the front. Special letterbox collector's edition. There's the Empire Strikes Back special letterbox edition. Return of the Jedi. Just says Star Wars. No A New Hope. Just Star Wars. And then Star Wars, or I'm sorry, From Star Wars to Jedi, The Making of a Saga. And my favorite part of this whole thing, the Star Wars Trilogy Collector's Edition, George Lucas, The Creative Impulse. Now, you'll see, like I said, this one isn't open. I had another one that was open. Forgot I even had that. Star Wars, The Making of a Saga. Darth Vader Pez dispenser. There's my Star Trek clock, and this is where it really gets bad. Star Wars playing cards. That was before I knew the movie was going to suck. Some Star Wars stickers. I don't even want to tell you what that is. Well, I think you can guess. They're the wrappers off of a Pepsi bottle and a Mountain Dew bottle. 2-liter bottle. Then I've got, I know, I hated Janeway. Sorry if anybody liked it, but there were 4 covers for Star Trek on the TV Guide. And wouldn't you know, I collected them. Along with several other Star Trek, and I believe, did I have Star Wars related stuff in here? Nope, just a whole bunch of Star Trek. Yeah, that's how bad I was. Yeah, notice I say was. I refuse to take blame for it nowadays. Alright, that is my journey through my attic, or platform I guess, inspired by End to the Past and Lawn Boys Post 1975. Maybe someday I'll dig through that whole box of software and let you guys see it. But for now, this will have to be good enough. Thanks for watching. I'm going to get down here before my spine is permanently deformed. You know, it appears that this is going to be trickier than I first thought. Getting up here was easy. Getting down might get me killed.